Hi, Bill Jones from Turntastic Wood Designs. Today I want to rough turn a bowl. I got a large chunk of ash from my brother-in-law, so I cut this blank out of it. It's about 9.5 inches in diameter and about 6.5 inches deep. So I should be able to make a really nice deep bowl out of this. So let's go ahead and get started. To mount the bowl on the lathe, I like to use a worm screw. And it can be a little tough to get it back off afterwards, so I'll take a piece of beeswax and rub this on that beeswax and get it on there. And that will help with that situation. Well, boys and girls, since I filmed that last little segment, it's been about a week. I made a pretty serious mistake right after that last segment. I put this piece on the lathe, and I made 3 really serious errors. First is I did not bring up the tailstock to support the piece. The second mistake I made was I did not check the speed of my lathe before I turned it on. It was on high speed and I should have had it on the lowest speed. And the third mistake was I did not put my face mask on before turning on the lathe. Those 3 serious mistakes cost me dearly. The piece came off and hit me in the mouth, and you can see I'm a little banged up here. I wound up falling backward, hitting my head on the concrete, and had a concussion, a broken nose, and a busted mouth. So I guess the lesson there is if you get lazy or complacent or a little overconfident about safety, it will come back and haunt you. So I'm going to try this again. And this time I'm going to be very conscious of all my safety features. Here I have the piece remounted on the lathe, this time on a face plate. I've got the tailstock pulled up for safety, and I've got all my safety equipment on, and we're going to start. You can see how out of balance it is by how much it shakes the lathe. At this point, I've got the piece a little more round, a little more in balance, so I'm able to step up to the next speed on the lathe. I've got a nice shape now, and it's well balanced, so I'm able to go up to full speed, and the chips are really flying now. I've got a pretty serious crack in the piece that goes a lot deeper than I thought. So I'm going to have to change the shape of the piece. This happens sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't come out the way you originally intend, so I'll just have to adjust and change the shape, and we'll see what happens. Now I'll form a tenon on the bottom of the bowl. This is used to hold the bowl in the chuck when I turn it around to hollow out the inside. Now I've got the bowl turned around and held in the chuck, and I'm going to start by scraping the top of the bowl to get it nice and flat. And now I begin removing material from the inside of the bowl. And here I've switched to a chisel with a shallower grind. That helps me get down in the bottom of the bowl more easily. Well, here it is, the one that bit me in the face. It did not at all turn out the way I had in mind when I started, but that's okay. Sometimes the wood really dictates the way the piece is going to come out. I wound up with a nice cone shape with a curve, and this will make a nice piece. What happens next is I put it in a paper bag with some wood shavings and let it dry for several months. There's still quite a bit of sap in here. Putting it in a paper bag with the wood chips will slow the drying process down, and that prevents cracking. Once it's dry, I'll put it back on the lathe and finish turn and finish it. And I'll probably make a video about that. I think I'm going to keep this one. I earned it. So my daughter says anyway. So if you're watching on Facebook, there's a little icon down below that says YouTube, or if you're watching through another embedded medium, that will take you to YouTube. So please go to my YouTube channel. There you can add comments straight down below the video. I would love to hear your comments, and I'll answer your questions as quickly as I can. Also give me a thumbs up if you like it, or a thumbs down if you don't, and let me know why. And as always, please subscribe, and thanks for watching.